Hello, this is Annalisa from Faith Dream Create, and welcome back to my channel. Today I have a card for you, and I will be using this stamp set from Sunny Studio called That Sucks. I believe this one might be retired, but I will go ahead and list it down below in the description box if it is still available. But I wanted to go ahead and use it today for my card, so I'm going ahead and inking the vacuum up with some Memento Tuxedo black ink and my stamping platform here to get a good stamped impression. And then I will go ahead and color it in with some Spectrum markers. And I just wanted to let you know that all the supplies that I use in today's video and all of my videos will be listed down below in the description box. I always include it on my videos down there, so if you were ever curious about a product and want to read more about it, you can go check out those links and find out more. So as I go ahead and color this, how is everybody doing? I have not been posting on my channel as much as I usually do. I used to post 2 times a week, and I'm trying to do that, but I want to get at least one video out to you a week if I can. I have not been feeling super motivated to make cards. I've had a lot of ideas, but I don't always have the time to make them and get to it. So that is why I have not been posting as much. I've been creative, but have not been posting. But there is more content coming your way. March is a busy birthday month for me, so I have a lot of birthday cards coming and some fun cards that I've been making. But that is that, and we will move on to the next part of the card. So this is the Simon Hurley Create stamping foam, and it comes with 4 foams in the pack. So it's a great value for your money, and it is so fun. You can turn any texture into a stamp. So I'm using an embossing folder, and what you do is you take your heat tool and you heat the whole sponge foam up. I want to say sponge, but it's a foam, and you place it down on the texture, and you can see here that it took the texture from the embossing folder into the foam. So I'm using Distress Oxide inks for it, and you want to use circular motions to spread the ink, and then spray a little bit of water onto it to get that ink to react. You definitely can use it without the water, and it just gives you a different look. And I wasn't super pleased with this impression that I got. I think I added too much water, but I just wanted to show you this whole process. It is a trial and error as you learn. See, that's without water. But definitely go look it up on YouTube, watch a ton of videos on the process, and see if this is a tool for you. It is so fun to just bring textures to life and add it to your card. And a fun tool to play with. So I'm going ahead and adding the ink again, and then I'll add a tiny bit of water. So a little bit less than I did last time, and then I'm going to be happy with the impression that I get. It's definitely a good idea to use inks that react with water, though. Just the way they go onto the paper. And then it also makes it super easy to clean off. So I'm going to go ahead and show you that. So this is how you clean off the foam. You just spray it with water and take a microfiber cloth or a cloth, and then wipe it away. So that's a great feature about the water-based inks as well. Makes easy cleanup and does not stain the foam as well. And then once all the ink is cleaned up, you can go ahead and get that impression away. So the same thing you did at the beginning to get the design, the texture that you created to go away, you get your heat tool out and you heat it up, and you're going to see it disappear, and it's ready for your next project. So definitely a fun tool, and so many ideas and so many things you can do for this. So just going ahead and drying the stamped impression here from the stamping foam so that I can move on to the next parts of the card. I have a bunch more cards coming with the stamping foam as well. I have had a lot of fun exploring with this and creating with this, so stay tuned for that. So just cutting this down to add it to my card base. And move on with the card. I love stamping tools like this that you can take your ordinary craft supplies and make them go the extra mile. The fact that this was an embossing folder, I'm getting 2 uses out of an embossing folder now. That's really cool to me. So before I move on, I'm just going to pull out my Memento Tuxedo black marker here to finish off the edges on the vacuum that I cut out. This is totally not necessary step, but I just like to do this with my fussy cut out images to just make it all line up and finish off the image and have the white edges not stand out. So going ahead and figuring out my layout here for the background. And then I'm going to work on the sentiment as well and get that placed. This is the Hefty Doodle Party Palooza stamp set, and I feel like this one is also retired, discontinued. I haven't been able to find it in a lot of places, only on smaller companies' websites or the actual Hefty Doodle website, so I will list that to Hefty Doodle if I can. But you could use any happy birthday sentiment for a card like this. I just used the happy birthday sentiment from it because I feel like it matched the kind of that handwritten look of the sentiment that I end up using from the Sunny Studio stamp set as well. So that's why I went with it, but any happy birthday sentiment would work here as well. So I'm using my stamping platform to get a great impression of the sentiment words here as well. And I'm using the Memento Tuxedo black ink again. So stamping the happy birthday out, and then I'm going to go ahead and use a sentiment from that set from Sunny Studios called That Sucks, which I used the vacuum from. So I'm just going to go ahead and place this down. So I'm using the My Life Would Suck Without You sentiment. So building that from the set and aligning it all up. And then I'll ink that up as well and get that all ready. And that will finish off the sentiment. And then I can move on to the last little bits of this card. So I wanted to go ahead and pop this little vacuum up. I didn't want it to get lost in the background. So I'm adding a little bit of foam tape to it to just add a little bit more to the card and a little bit of dimension. And I'd used the advanced tape glider there for just the top part. That would have been super hard to add foam tape to that part. So that will keep it secure, but the rest of it will be popped up with the foam tape. So once the foam tape was all ready, just going ahead and popping that right in the center there. And I felt like this card was still missing something, but this was for my father-in-law actually, and so I didn't want to add too much extra or sparkle or anything. So I'm just going ahead and using the black soot first to ink up the edges and just add a little bit more color to the white area and give it a distressed look. And then I decided to also come in with the same inks that I used on the background with the stamping foam, just to bring those blues and those turquoises back into the white panel area of the card base. And I really like how this turned out. I love that distressed look on the edges. I just think it adds so much to the card. So that is going to finish up today's card. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing. I have more cards and crafting adventures coming your way. So until the next time, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.